Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today back working on the R1. Going to try and fix the damage that's been caused. It's been vandalised basically. A number of cuts across the fairing that I'm going to try and epoxy fill with epoxy putty. So just to want to see how that turns out. So I've never done this before, so yeah, let's see what it turns out like. So just a quick recap from the last video. Just to show you the damage. So you can see some cuts across the fairing there. Looks like an angle grinder or something like that. So a few little cuts in there. A bit of a mess of this part here. Not too bad though. And then a bit of damage there and a bit of damage here. I'm waiting for a different epoxy to come in a grey black colour. But I've got a white epoxy that I'm going to be using for these parts. So yeah, let's give it a try. Right, so I cut a bit of the putty off, and it says to mix it well. This could be entertaining. See what this turns out like. And I've taped off the area to try and minimise the surface contact. Not holding out much hope, but we'll give it a go. So here's the first attempt. Not perfect by any means, quite gritty and stuff, so I need to have a second go at those, refill them a little bit more, but it's not too bad. So obviously a lot better than what it was, so I think a little bit more filler in there, and it will certainly hide most of it away. So yeah, reasonably okay. As for the side, just about make it up there. I just need to sand that and clean that up a little bit. Just along here, a little bit rough still. And then the other one, which is, try and find it, there we go, just there. It actually looks worse on the camera than it does in reality. So yeah, quite pleased with that one. So you're getting there. Right, so on to the second part of the gluing process. The other part that was damaged, so I'd see from this, was obviously the airbox cover, so I managed to get another one, but like all of them, they all seem to be broken here at the tab, so I'm going to have to glue that. So that's the next little challenge. So to fill the holes on the other part of the fairing, or the cuts, I've actually used this plastic weld putty. No sponsorship, but just thought I'd show you what I've been using. And then for this, I'm going to be using an actually epoxy mix, so let's see what that turns out like. We've got all the bits glued back together and repaired, so this has turned out quite well. Reinforce this and see how it all fits, and then at a later stage I'll obviously paint these bits just to make it look a bit better, but yeah, let's start putting it back together. looking pretty good. Like I said, with the black seat, I just thought it looked a bit better than before. Just personal preference really. I've kept the other one as well, but yeah, it's all come together really nicely. We've cleaned the tank up a bit with these stickers and stuff from the salvage company for the stock references, I presume. But yeah, this needs a bit of touch-up paint, which I've got on order. So you can see it's turned out really nice and smooth. It just doesn't look fantastic, but better than the black lines that were there before. This has all come together really nicely, and this is probably the best out of all of them. So yeah, all the damage repaired. I've filled this in as well, which you probably can't tell, but that looks worse on the camera actually than it does in real life. But yeah, looks a bit rough, to be honest. I might have to just replace these two pieces for the sake of 50-60 quid for salvage parts. But all in all, looking good. So a bit of a clean up and then off for an MOT. Right, well, I'll catch you guys on the next one where hopefully you see how we get on.